Hello everyone, welcome to SW News. Today in this video, we are going to talk about the government's U-turn on the interest rate cut on the small savings scheme and the reason that was given by the finance minister for it. But before that, if you are watching this video on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment below it and like this video. And if you are watching this video on Facebook, then please like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Now let's get into the topic at the hand. It's rare for the Modi government to roll back an order or public policy even after the public outrage. But Thursday was one of those rare days when it actually did it. Within 12 hours of issuing an order, the Modi government rolled it back. The order was regarding the small savings schemes. At around 9 p.m. on Wednesday, the government issued an order announcing a cut in the interest rates on the various small savings schemes sharply by 40 to 110 basis points. The revised rates were supposed to come into effect from April 1st, that is today, and remain in effect till June 30th. The reduced rates came amid the steep rise in prices of fuel, domestic and subsidized gas cylinders, and overall rising inflation, which has impacted the savings of the common man of the country. Now, the ministry said that the rate cuts were in line with overall interest rate movement in the financial system. Soon after the order was issued, there was a wider outrage in the country. This morning at around 8 a.m., Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced that the order has been withdrawn. Nirmala Sitharaman tweeted that interest rates on small savings schemes of Government of India shall continue to be at the rates which existed in the last quarter of 2020 and 2021, that is the rates that prevailed as of March 2021. Now, funnily enough, the reason cited for the rollback was an oversight. Nirmala Sitharaman in her tweet said that the order was issued by oversight. The government first issued an order. Following the outrage, rolled it back, but Finance Minister blames it on oversight. This raises some very pertinent questions. That is why let's talk about this issue in detail in today's video. What are the small savings schemes? We will first know about this. Just like private banks and financial institutions provides options to save and grow your money, the Government of India also provides the facility. There are various schemes through which common people can save money. The contribution to these schemes is generally on the lower side and you do not have a limit of big amount for the saving. But over the period of time, the accumulated wealth can help you in various ways. Also, because it is government backed, there is a sense of security among the investors. Now let's talk about what are the small saving schemes available in the country. Now, there is a wide range of schemes available in the country currently. The most popular is the Public Provident Fund, or as it is widely known, PPF. It's tax exempted and it can be opened at any bank or post office. This is available for the period of 15 years and you can also extend it for more 5 years. The interest is compounded. The second is Employees Provident Fund, which is EPF. It is mandatory for organizations with more than 20 employees to contribute towards the EPF scheme. The employee and employer each contribute 12% of the employee's dearness allowance and basic salary towards the scheme. This is EPF. Now, there is also something called as National Pension Scheme, which is NPS. The NPS was launched by the central government with the main aim of providing individuals a regular income after their retirement. Then there is also something called as Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana account. This scheme was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to help secure the future of the girl child. Then there is a scheme called Atal Pension Yojana, and the main aim of the scheme is to help individuals who are below the poverty line. The scheme also benefits people who work in the unorganized sector and require financial support from the government. Individuals have to pay a very low premium towards the scheme and they receive a pension after their retirement. Then there is something called as Voluntary Provident Fund, Kisan Vikas Patra, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, National Savings Certificate, Post Office Savings Scheme, etc. So these are the schemes which are available in the country currently. There is a large number of Indian population which saves the money in these saving schemes. Small saving rates are linked to yields on benchmark government bonds which have fallen over the last 1 year. The Indian economy gravely suffered due to the lockdown induced by coronavirus pandemic, and there was no cash in the economy and even the government struggled for the funds. Thus, the Reserve Bank of India cut the rates to support the economy. Interest rates on small savings schemes are reset on a quarterly basis in line with the movement in the benchmark government bonds of similar maturity. Now let me read out to you what were the proposed changes in the interest rates of small savings schemes. Now let me read out to you the prevailing rate of interest for the small savings schemes of the Government of India and the proposed rate of interest. Saving deposit. The prevailing rate of interest is 4% and the proposed was 3.5%. For 1 year time deposit, prevailing rate of interest is 5.5%, whereas the proposed rate of interest was 4.4%. For 2 year time deposit, the prevailing rate of interest is 5.5%. The proposed rate of interest was 5%. For 3 year time deposit, the prevailing rate of interest is again 5.5% and the proposed was 5.1%. For 5 year time deposit, the prevailing rate of interest is 6.7%. The proposed was 5.8%. For 5 year recurring deposit, the prevailing rate is 5.8%, whereas the proposed was 5.3%. For senior citizen savings scheme, the prevailing rate of interest is 7.4%, whereas the proposed rate of interest was 6.5%. For monthly income account, it was 6.6%, that is the prevailing rate of interest, and it was made, the proposed change was to 5.7%. For national savings certificate, the prevailing rate is 6.8%, whereas the rate of interest that was proposed was 5.9%. For PPF, that is Public Provident Fund, the prevailing rate of interest is 7.1%, whereas the proposed rate of interest is 6.4%. In Kisan Vikas Patra, the rate of interest which is prevailing is 6.9% and the proposed was 6.2%. Whereas in Sukanya Samruddhi account scheme, it was 7.6%, that is the prevailing rate, whereas the proposed rate of interest is 6.9%. So these changes were proposed in the order issued last night. PPF interest rate proposed in this was the lowest in the last 46 years, but the government rolled it back and the opposition took the opportunity to hit back at the government. Former Finance Minister and Congress leader P. Chidambaram took to Twitter to criticize the rate cut and called out Nirmala Sitharaman, phrasing the decision as issued by oversight. He stated that the announcement of interest rates on saving instrument for the next quarter is a regular exercise. There is nothing inadvertent about its release on 31st March. He criticized the government for the assault on the middle class and making a lame excuse when faced with backlash. He tweeted that the BJP government had decided to launch another assault on the middle class by slashing the interest rates and profiting itself. When caught, the finance minister is putting forward a lame excuse of inadvertent error. When inflation is at about 6% and expected to rise, the BJP government is offering interest rates below 6%, hitting the savers and the middle class below the belt. Meanwhile, Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi also tweeted about this. She questioned the government's motive behind issuing and then withdrawing the order. She questioned whether there was an oversight in issuing the order to decrease interest rates on Government of India schemes or election-driven hindsight in withdrawing it. TMC leader Derek O'Brien tweeted, "Egg on the face again because Modi Shah are too busy throwing petals from the trucks and cracking April Fool jokes of false promises at election rallies." TMC Lok Sabha MP Mahua Moitra also slammed the government. She said, "Why doesn't the BJP just annihilate the middle class and senior citizens in one go rather than this slow, painful death?" After the rollback, she tweeted again, "What is the biggest April Fool's joke here? That a now rolled back small savings rate cut was issued by oversight, or that Nirmala Sitharaman is finance minister of this country." Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi also tweeted about this. She said, "Looks like the finance minister realized there has been a cut announced after reading today's morning headlines in all the leading newspapers. Truth though is that the Government of India policies are a result of oversight, hence the failing economy." Well, the question thus is, what exactly prompted the government to withdraw the order? It is not like that some IAS sitting in the North Block would have issued the order without approval of the competent authority. So the oversight claim seems more of a face-saving excuse. Secondly, was the order withdrawn with phase 2 poll in mind? West Bengal and Assam are voting today in the second phase. Both are high-stake states for the BJP. Especially in West Bengal, it is Nandigram, the most important constituency, going for the polls. Also, an interesting article in the print points out that since 2000, West Bengal tops the chart when it comes to contribution to small savings collections. That means more people from West Bengal invest their money in these schemes than any other state in the country. Decreasing the interest rates would have hit them directly. This would have been an unpopular move on poll day, and thus possibly the finance minister had to roll it back. While the interest rate cut is now rolled back, there is no clarity whether it would stay the same throughout the year or will there be a rate cut change in the future after the election. Well, do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. A very small request to all of our viewers, we have launched a membership drive on our YouTube channel HW News English. Please click on the join button, and if you like the journalism that we do, then please support us. There are levels of membership that we offer and the perks and benefits of which will be explained to you in the video that is following. So please click on the join button, join the membership and pay us, support us. Thank you so much. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here you can be our supporter by paying rupees 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying rupees 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our super supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.